Welcome to the new and slightly altered Arts Hole. The only real difference is I made the overlay slightly transparent, which means now you can see a little bit more. See a little bit more under the Arts Hole. If you're so inclined that you wish to see under the Arts Hole, you can now see under the Arts Hole. I suppose I could stretch it all the way. Do I want to stretch my Arts Hole all the way? Why, yes. Yes, I think I will. There you go. Slightly better. Not by much, but slightly. It will make things slightly taller than intended, but never mind. I'll live with that fact. Right, let's get busy. That sort of statistic. Come along, Photoshop. There you go. Thank you very much. Right. So, let's try and figure out what the fuck I want to do. That's a good question. What the fuck do I want to do? Right. So I think that's a nuisance one. That's slightly better, maybe. I'm reviewing. Actually, that's not a better image. I'm reviewing images to use. So that, yes. Appropriate theming, but obviously doesn't necessarily go with the whole background music that is present. Let's get there. See if we can get a better one of these. No, not especially. Although the one I've got is possibly reasonable enough. Just not quite. I don't know. Yeah, it'll probably do. Truth be told. Right, this one, however, I really could do with one where her head's not chopped off. Unfortunately, there doesn't appear to be one that exists where her head's not chopped off. Which is awkward. Not impossible to get around, I suppose, but nonetheless awkward. Could work. Would need a little bit of chopping and trimming, but nonetheless it could work. Looks like it might be old, because that's definitely not what Thor actually ends up looking like. But anyway, we'll have it as a potential. Let's see if there's any other options around here that might work better. I apologise for anybody seeing just a nothing screen at the moment. It is because I am trying to sort of work out the base assets I'm going to be using, which is essentially mostly just images from the game. I just want suitable images from the game that actually sort of look good. Unfortunately, the one I currently had available had the top of her head chopped off, which may not make a difference, because it may very well be a case of, oh, I'll just, you know, it makes no difference, I'll end up chopping her head off anyway. But, you know, the key thing is, with a bit of luck, we can find stuff that will look good. That's the crucial element. It's not going to look that good, because nothing I do ever does, but the key thing is the hope that it will look semi-decent at least. That's quite a cut down one of El Capitano, so I might have a look at some El Capitano ones as well. See if I can get a better image that I can chop up and trim down. I mean, that one's definitely viable, but it doesn't necessarily solve all of the problems. You seem to be diddling. Yeah, I know. Well, what can I say? This is a slow progress of things. Ah. Yeah. Look at that. We can pilfer that image. No, I think that's alright. Yeah. Oh, I say done it. You can't see it, but you will in a moment or two. Right, let's have a look. So, my understanding is correct. There are 5 primary Avengers, and then Miss Marvel, making 6. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 6. I realise 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 doesn't actually equal 6, but it equaled 6 enough for my purposes. That doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Right, let's deposit these in Photoshop and see what we can fiddle around with. So yes to that. Oh my god, finally something happening on screen. I know, it's incredible, isn't it? Yes. Deposit you, and deposit you, and is that, no, that's not quite all of them. Deposit you. Superb. I'm fairly certain that is me having now deposited all things in the thing. So, oops, always release shift after you release the button. It's crucial top photoshopping tips from me to you. Right, let's just spread these out a bit. Probably shrink you down a touch. I should probably not shrink them down too much until I've decided precisely what I'm going to do with them, but to a certain extent I already know I'm definitely going to need to shrink them down at some point. Right, let's just... I know, you put all that effort into bringing them in, and now you've told them to fuck off. I know. But what I need is a nice little template of what is the size of the thing. So now, no matter what I do here, it is a scale ratio of 1920 by 1080, which allows me to figure out what I want to do. Oh, well, that's not, because I fucked that up. Let's completely undo that for now. There we go. Start again, shrinking it right down to a corner. Now comes the hard part, where I have to figure out what the fuck I want to do. Right. Yeah, I can't deny it. More research. Back to the research. I suppose I should probably stick a browser window here so you can possibly see my research, but I'm probably not going to. Would this be a better search term? Just a little bit, maybe. I'll look at this. Yeah, so I'd say I'd probably want some kind of border. Wouldn't go amiss at the very least. I kind of want more something like that than the full-on traditional. I realise me muttering to myself as to what the fuck I'm going to do doesn't help anybody know what the fuck I'm going to do, but you'll see it soon enough. You'll see it soon enough. Right, cool beans. So yes, right, how best to accomplish this task? What we'll perhaps do is another random coloured box. I'll tell you what, let's make it a slightly different random coloured box. Oh, I see, that's interesting. Yeah, that is normal, thank you. Not quite what I want, but it doesn't matter. All it is, all I'm trying to accomplish is the idea of having a box that I can fiddle around with. There you go. So that's not quite even, is it? I suppose. Let's think about the easiest way of doing this. Probably, if I can figure out these guides. Right. So, what the fuck position are we going from there? So 0 down. So what? We call it maybe 10. That's the wrong height. Plus I'm not sure 10 is quite what I'm after, so let's try another new guide. This time put it on the correct orientation and try 15. Yes! So 15 worked nicely, so what we want to do is just ditch you, stick another one in at 15 this time. Now theoretically, at the very least, I can't guarantee it, but theoretically, all I will need to do, if I can remember the correct button, oh, not that button, oh, not that button either. So that should have moved both, oops, that's now moved everything. Yes, no, I agree to your change. Now we do that. That did not do what I wanted it to do, because I apparently didn't get the right button. That's not... Oh wait, no, it did do what I wanted it to do. It just didn't seem to work over that side properly. Fuck. Okay, well, fine, I'll stick another guide in. 1920 minus 15 is 1905. Yes? That doesn't help me. Yes it does. No it doesn't. Yes it does. No it doesn't. Yes it does. No it? Yes? Yes it does. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted it to be. Right. What we need to do is match out the guidelines. So that should be 15 apiece, 15 apiece, 15 apiece. I suppose just in case that bottom one has fucked up, we'll put the other guideline in. New guide, so 1080 minus 15 is now 1065. That's the wrong orientation. Oh, of course it is. Because you always forget one of the key elements. Interesting. I don't know why that didn't... At this time, I don't know why it didn't do what I wanted it to do. 1065, right? On the horizontals. There we go. That's what I'm trying to get you to do, and you were refusing. Right, so nicely locked in on that guideline. That, I mean, it appears to be snapping to the guideline. It just doesn't quite look like it is. I'm hoping it is. Let's try and, yeah, it's looking pretty, yeah, pretty much zoomed all the way in. It is on that guideline, which is handy. So I must try and remember, so I'm going to write it down. I suppose it's because it's in that horrible looking peach colour. I'm not entirely sure why I was using that horrible looking peach colour, but now I need to actually change the font. Okay, also... Okay, see, that's interesting. I did not know that had those symbols in the... yeah, the Warframe fan font has the bloody sigils for the people. Anyway, what I actually want is just something like I mean, AR Berkeley, yeah, I fucking do. I mean, it's now readable, so that's more than it was previously. Also, I think I've got the faux bolt. Oh yes, I know. Yes, I want you to remain that size. No, I don't want you to be faux bold. Right. If I could be faux bold. What stupid. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Right. Now what do we want to do? Let's have a save. Make sure we've got it started saving. So bing. There we go. Marvelous. So let's bring that back onto the top of everything so that we can see it. Well, that can be on top of everything. I mean, in fairness, it can be invisible for all it matters because the layer is named. Therefore, I can see what I need to see, which is what I need to remember. So it doesn't matter whether it's there or not there. Now, at this point, let's just grab a brush. Probably just a very standard smallish brush. Something like that'll do. Nothing too major. Yeah, that'll do. Probably don't want dissolve. Just a normal, plain, normal brush. Thank you. I don't know why. I think it's because, I'll tell you what, in fact, I can probably use, there we go, construction pencil, the Jazza construction pencil. because I happen to have it, I might as well use it. Whoops, that's not the screen I wanted. Right, so now all the butchers at my research, and all the butchers at that. Now let's try and this is essentially how I work, which is slowly and